everyone, and welcome to another week of home learning. Now, this week's topic is going to be one of my favourite traditional tales, The Three Little Pigs. So I've got some really exciting activities to share with you today, which you can do at any point this week. Just a reminder, this is not by any means a tick list that you have to tick everything off. Please just do what suits you and your family. So here we go. Let's have a look at these activities this week.
Okay, let's have a look at these Three Little Pigs ideas. So the first two are actually sheets that if you don't have a printer, you are very welcome next week to come and pick these up from school to use. Just email us and we can give you a time slot and you can come and pick them up, and that applies to anything. If there's anything you want us to print out for you and leave out, we've got a box that we can put right next to our gate next to the office, so you don't even need to go into the office. Just let us know and we'll happily do that for you. Right, so the first one is a cutting activity. It's cutting around the pigs and some of the other things that they need to build their houses. And the second one is pictures of just plain houses, so this could easily be recreated. And we are asking you to use natural resources. So for example, maybe grass for the straw, or maybe you could find something that looks even more similar to the straw. You could stick sticks on for the stick one that you found outside, and see if you can build the Three Little Pigs houses using things that you found outside. The next idea, I've put there junk modelling, and all I mean by that is boxes, tubes, cartons that normally would go in your recycling bin, instead using them to build models, and the children tend to absolutely love this. So could they make a junk modelling house for one of the pigs? And these could even be tested with a hairdryer to see if they would have withstood the wolves huffing and puffing. The next idea is to play What's the Time, Mr. Wolf, a classic. And you could also provide some kind of recording equipment. So this could just be audio, a voice note, or it could be actual filming to see if your child can retell the story of the Three Little Pigs. A few more to go. So the next one is a lovely audiobook of the story from CBeebies Radio. So the link is there. If you just type that in at the top, then you should get to that. The next idea is to make some cupcakes and decorate them as pigs. I'm sure you can think of your own way of doing that. But some nice, simple ideas would be to have pink icing, a marshmallow for the nose, and then cutting a marshmallow in half for the eyes, perhaps some chocolate drops for the eyes and on the nose as well, and I'm sure that would make an absolutely lovely pig, and always good to do a bit of baking. Two more ideas. So the next one is a website called Cosmic Kids. Now this lady is absolutely amazing at doing yoga for children, and she's got a YouTube channel which has loads and loads on. So if you don't want to do the Three Little Pigs one, then there's loads for free just on the YouTube channel. But she's actually recently got a website, and she has got the Three Little Pigs on her website. You do need to sign up for it, but they've got a 2-week free trial. So for this week and next week, if you wanted to have a go on that website for free, I would really recommend her generally. She's absolutely fantastic, and as I say, there are loads on YouTube. It just so happens the Three Little Pigs one is specific to her website, which you do need a login for. But as I say, 2-week free trial, so that might be worth having a look at. And the last one is a bit of a silly one, but I have a game which we call Two-Siders. It's actually called Pass the Pigs, that I play with my family every year at Christmas. And I will show you what the game is and explain a bit more now.
Okay, so here it is. This is Pass the Pigs, or as I call it, Two-Siders. And I've played this every single year with my grandparents and my family since I was 1 year old. And what you do, you take the two pigs and you roll them. And if they both land on their side here, my family, we go two-siders, and that's the worst score that you can get. Sometimes the pigs land, there we go, on their back, or sometimes they land like that on their legs. They sometimes even land on their noses. So what I'm going to do, just as a bit of a silly game, I'm going to roll these 10 times, and tomorrow I will let you know how many times I got this two-siders where they both land on their side. So I want you between now and tomorrow to have a little guess. How many times do you think the pigs are going to land both on their sides? So I'm going to have to say two-siders. What do you reckon? All that remains is for me to hand over to my lovely friend Mrs. Dilworth, who is going to read our first Three Little Pigs story of the week. Bye from me.
Hi Miss Whitbourne, and thank you for that. And hello ladybirds and bumblebees, it's lovely to see you all. I hope you enjoy this week's story. This week it's the Three Little Pigs. And this might be a story you're familiar with, but there'll be lots of different versions throughout the week. I hope you enjoy today's. See you soon. Bye. On the edge of a beautiful forest lived a mummy pig, a daddy pig and three little pigs. The time had come for the three little pigs to leave home. "Watch out for the big bad wolf," warned Daddy Pig as he waved goodbye. The three little pigs hadn't walked very far when the first little pig grew tired. "Oh, this will do," yawned the lazy little pig. He found some straw nearby and quickly built his house. It wasn't long before the second little pig stopped walking and looked around her. "This will do," she said, and swiftly built a house from the sticks and branches that were scattered around her. The third little pig walked on, and on, and on. Finally, he found a pretty field by a flowing stream. It was the perfect place to build his house. The third little pig decided to build a strong brick house to keep him safe from the wolf. He drew plans, he bought the best bricks he could find, and finally, after weeks of hard work, he stood back and admired his beautiful new home. Meanwhile, the hungry, big bad wolf came across the first little pig and his house of straw. Little pig, let me come in," said the wolf. "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," cried the first little pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," howled the angry wolf. So the big bad wolf huffed and he puffed, and the tiny straw house came tumbling down. The little pig ran as fast as he could until he arrived at the house made of sticks. The big bad wolf snuck up to the house. Little pigs, let me come in," he growled. "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins," cried the frightened little pigs. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," howled the angry wolf. So the big bad wolf huffed and he puffed, and the wobbly stick house came tumbling down. The two little pigs ran on and on and on until they finally reached the third little pig's house. "Don't worry, we're safe in my strong brick house," said the third little pig. They heard a bang at the door. Little pigs, let me come in," said a familiar voice. It was the wolf. "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins," cried the three little pigs. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," howled the angry wolf. So the big bad wolf huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed. But nothing happened. The house didn't even wobble. The wolf was furious and very hungry. He climbed up to the roof and jumped down the chimney and splash! Ow! The wolf fell into a pot of boiling hot soup and burnt his long furry tail on the fire. He leapt out of the chimney and ran away as quickly as he could. As for the little pigs, they lived happily ever after in their house made of bricks, and they never, ever saw the big bad wolf again.